Hello again, this is UML Operator. All right, and welcome back. In this session, we're going to talk about team reporting, and eventually these reports are shared in a Sparx Model Library, so we'll talk about that as well. With Sparx EA SQL instances, you can share your model libraries with all other instances. Our content starts with team reporting, and if you recall our video on reporting, and you can refer to the reporting playlist, I step you through the basics from Sparx canned reports to building your own templates. I will assume you understand these basics, so the session will be on what to do with the reports you generate in your project for your team and working with other teams. So in this session, we will create a requirements detail report using Microsoft Word. You can certainly print to a PDF. Then we'll place this Word docx version of this report on a team file server. We will create some categories and topics in our model library. Then from here, we will share a link to this requirements document in that model library. In the topic we create, we will add resources where we can link our report and other things. So let's get started. All right, now we're going to talk about reporting. So I am back to myself, UMLO, as the user, and I want to look, I'm working on Access, and I want to do a report on the requirements that we've done for these scope elements, all right? Now, before I run my report, I'm going to double click in here and bring up diagram properties. I don't need this diagram in my report, so I'm going to check on exclude image from documentation. All right, so this will not show up in my report. All right, so we're going to go to Access. We already have the diagram that's up. If there was any composite diagrams under the requirements, I may want to hide those as well, all right? So we're only reporting at this package level for these requirements, all right? So as you've learned in the reporting video, I'm going to hit function key 8, which is going to bring up the reporting dialog. I have the source in which I want to run the report. I'm going to hit browse, used to be triple dots. I'm going to write over the previous access requirements using this convention. Starts with group 01, which is what these requirements are, and these are for access requirements. I'm going to go ahead and replace it. Yes. I'm going to choose requirement report details, not summary, details in this case, and I'm going to go ahead and hit generate, and this is going to run, and it is done, and I'm going to view it inside Sparx. So here is the requirements report for the requirements just for access, which is group 01, based on the convention that they use for naming their requirements, all right? And then any other information starting at the package level. You could have a description of what these are, and then you could have certainly a lot more information underneath the requirements, but it'll let you know when it was modified last, what version, whether it's proposed or implemented, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. Now, Sparx has a feature from the Start tab over in the Collaborate group, Model Library. I'm going to go ahead and set it. So in this case, project management is set up, design folder, requirements development folder, and a solution development folder. Design and solution are currently empty. Within the requirements, they have some resources. They're focused on the requirement management folder that's in here. And here is the requirement document. I'm going to go ahead and double click it to launch it, and it's going to bring it up in Word. All right, so it opened it in Word. So if I go here, this is the Word document version, which I can open from the resource tab. And there's other material that's in here to get to, but you can share your artifacts with other team members that are working in this particular area, right? So how simple that is this. You just right click on here, add file system document, right? It could be a URL in a SharePoint on a website. You can add a URL to whatever that particular item. And in this particular case, this may be group 01, access, requirements. And then you would put the URL and it would launch wherever those requirements are stored in document management system on a website, again, SharePoint and other places. You can add other reference sources. You can right click on here. You can add images. In this particular case, I'm just going to go ahead and add this image. So now I have this image. Let me go ahead and close this, double click on it. I can pop over and have a particular image on a subject area that I'm talking about. I can launch websites, links to get to information, other websites that are relative to project delivery, research and development, and so on. Now I'll do a deeper dive on Model Library a bit later on, but this is going to become very important for your team. So here's the requirements document that I just reported on, or others can report on in here, and I can manage it. I can set all sorts of management capabilities at the resource level, even at the folder level. I can come in here, review status, awaiting approval. All right, so I'm going to just check that on awaiting approval. And then once it's been approved, everyone agrees, follow, you're able to approve, reject, or set it back to none. There's no status at this particular point. So you can create as many folders as you want. I could have created a topic just for access management, new topic, new category, let's do a new category right here, new category, rename it or hit function key 2, and I can call this access requirements or access delivery or whatever I want to call it. And I can move or publish these resources there as well. I can't move it. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But I can publish in specific folders that carry, hey, I just want to manage the reviews at access or this folder level, category level only, all right? Okay, we're going to wrap up this video and the series now, and hopefully you got a lot out of it. If you stuck around for all 8 parts, that's over 2 hours of content. Thanks very much for watching. And the next session, we're going to take what we learned and we're going to build out a project around reusable access service, dealing with multiple modelers, working in sync across both RAS and their projects. So I look forward to seeing you there. Until then, happy modeling.